Well, hello! My name is Vid, and today I'm going to show you how to create 3 different types of redstone clock. The first type of clock is the absolute simplest type of clock that you make just by placing down an observer, then coming around the other side and placing another observer so that it's facing directly into that. So these 2 observers are now observing each other, and you can see that there is a redstone flash coming out of the back end side, and that indicates that a redstone pulse is being generated. And you can see that I can open and close the door because of that clock. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but if you add a simple sticky piston down here, and then you extend that sticky piston and grab this first observer here, check this out. You can see that the redstone clock is running at a certain pace here, but if I remove it and then put it back with the sticky piston, it actually doubles the output speed of the clock. So what if I want a much slower clock than that? Well, that's actually pretty easy to do. We're going to put a comparator down, and then we're going to put a repeater coming out of that comparator. Then we're going to put down 2 pieces of redstone dust, just like this, and then another repeater coming out of the final dust, and then another piece of redstone dust going right into the side of this comparator here. And we're going to put the comparator into subtraction mode just by clicking on it once. Now, when we feed an input into the comparator here, turn it on, you can see that we are getting an output signal right here. So let's just extend that a little bit and put down our door. And there we go. And if we want to make it a little bit longer, we could just change the timing of some of these repeaters, maybe add a little extra delay. If I go all the way to 4 ticks with both, I get a really slow clock, and that is great for a lot of circuits. So what if we want to make a really long clock? I'm talking like a minute or more. Well, then we're going to use the hopper clock. To make this clock, we're going to put down a hopper and then immediately shift-click a hopper right into the side of it. We'll break the original hopper and then shift-click a hopper back into the first. When we put items into either of these hoppers, it's going to want to trade them back and forth. So in order to stop that, we're going to build some extra circuitry here. First, we're going to do a comparator output from each side that goes into a block on each side. Then on top of each block, we'll put down a piece of redstone dust and then a sticky piston that comes out of the redstone dust, just like this. And then on one side, we'll put a redstone block. When the redstone block is over the hopper, it's going to lock that hopper, stopping items from leaving. So that means if I put items in this hopper, they'll be able to go into this hopper, but not come back out again. But once this hopper detects that it is full, it will fire this back over and start the whole clock. So let's watch that happen just by putting some items in this. Let's go about 5 items to start with, right in there. And we get this toggle effect, and we can actually take the output signal right here. So we'll just add a repeater right here, and then our door. And you can see that every time the little redstone block moves back and forth, it's going to change the output of this from on to off. And if we want to add even more delay, we can simply increase the number of items in this hopper here. And that'll just drain all the way until all of the items are gone, and that's when the toggle will actually happen. Now these items are transferring back and forth at hopper speed, which is about 2.5 items per second. But if you want longer delay, you can increase the number of items. For example, 5 items will give you a 2-second delay. If you want longer, 10 seconds is 25 items in the hoppers. And if you want a full minute, you'll need 125 items. That's about 2 stacks of items in the hopper. The longest possible delay will give you 5 stacks of items. That's 320 items in one of the hoppers for about 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Now, if you want to effectively half the output speed one more time, you can replace this stone block here with a monostable circuit. So I'm just going to build this quickly using a piston and a piece of sand, and then another piece of stone right here. And we'll add another repeater coming out of here, and then we will put our door here. So what happens is every time the redstone block moves over, we get a single pulse out here, which quickly turns this repeater on and off, and then it only happens when the block moves one way and not the other way. So you could easily turn your 2 minutes and 8 seconds into a pulse every 4 minutes and 16 seconds, just like this. I hope you guys get some great use out of these redstone clocks. My name is Vid, and I hope you guys join me again for even more redstone tutorials in the future. See you later!